All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at the 3. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Mike. 180. Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down. 180. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check. Real. Check. Mike 55. Not here. Hurry. 55. Here it comes.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 3rd and 19.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurry. I got you. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Go.
Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Roethlisberger will throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. With it is Brown. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job. Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago. Talk about being in the groove. And what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room. Get ready. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives. And I think the game's starting to take nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback. Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack on first down, Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it? Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it. Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check. 180. 55. Hey. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Taywan Taylor out of bounds at the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Mayfield to throw it. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. Will become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the Steelers' 32.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it second down and 11. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it second down and 11.
180. 55. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hurry.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
At the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Demetrius Randall, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. I'm coming. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check 37.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He'll find Taylor, that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10, and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Set, 220. Watching the clock. You ain't going nowhere. My touch.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
180.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. Mayfield down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Like 5. You must be dreaming.
Now on 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but here, let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Set, 180. Right there in the middle. Up, left. Wide. Regular. Hey, orbit.
Mayfield on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for Browns. Touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Let's go, baby.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Game situation. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Here we go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Ben to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the Sunday. Here we go.
They run. It's Williams. But he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. James Washington was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure. pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together.
There he goes left side. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 79 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement. Go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Second down and goal. Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Here we go.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Regular. Hurry.
Throw it. Mayfield. He finds Taylor. Complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A first down throw from Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Mayfield now, 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another Browns first down. First down and goal to go.
20. Point it right.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. I got you.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Well, that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taylor, but it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, one man in the backfield. backfield is low. Here's Mayfield, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
36, Steelers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Able to find Switzer. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go, D, let's go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll cut the lead down to 22.
Next to score, Browns 36, Steelers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Alpha.
From the gun, Mayfield. This is the tight end, the Joker. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
55 is mine, guys, 55.
Hurry.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. This will be caught by Brown. That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
First down, Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That first down completion only netted them 3. Second and 7. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
43, Steelers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, hey, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them join together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
36-yard line.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third and 11. Now Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Oh, he sheds himself free. Oh, he's free down here on the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
36.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And nearly another interception interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. But you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
And again, it's Mayfield. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Taywan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control and see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He juked him.
I got you, boy.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 30
The Cleveland offense ready to go. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Notice says, let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Pistol.
Squeeze, double.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield on 1st down. There goes a deep ball in. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters.
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Mack Wilson able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 23. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
At the 24-yard line.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.